it's Nick here with Nick's Hard Rock CD album review. Hope everyone's doing well. The album we're going to look at today is Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. This was released in 1983, September 1983. I'll just read the tracks while we've got them. In the Beginning, Shout at the Devil, Looks That Kill, Bastard, God Bless the Children of the Beast, Helter Skelter, Red Hot, Too Young to Fall in Love, Knock 'em Dead Kid, 10 Seconds to Love, and Danger. And there's a picture of the band there in all their former glammed out look. We got Vince Neil, the lead singer, Tommy Lee, drums, Mick Mars, the guitar, and Nicky Sixx, the bass player. There's a shot of them there again. Really 80s costumes there they're wearing. They released, they actually released 3 singles, Looks That Kill, Too Young to Fall in Love, and Shout at the Devil. Now, Motley Crue were renowned for their controversy they caused throughout their career, and even this second album caused a little bit of controversy. The original album cover was going to be a symbol of a pentagram, but the record company said, no, you can't do that. So they had to go with this album cover instead. And also, I should actually mention, in regards to when I read out the song titles, there's a song called Helter Skelter, and that's actually a cover. That was originally written and recorded by the Beatles, but Motley Crue do a heavier version, to say the least, of Helter Skelter. So there we go. Look, as I said, the second album, and this album is more. It's what I personally found. It's catchier. It's catchier than their first album. Their first album was raw. They were young. They were just starting out, and it was really raw. Their first album, Too Fast for Love. That's the name of it. But this album's got a bit more catchier song sounding to the songs. Don't get me wrong, the first album was brilliant, but you just tell that these guys were just up and coming. They were doing really. They were starting to make a name for themselves and do really well. And just to in regards to doing well, I mean, this album sold 200,000 copies in the first 2 weeks of its release. I mean, that's pretty good. 200,000 copies in the first 2 weeks. Now, it reached number 17 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 23 on the Canadian charts. So it did really well. There's a few little. There's another picture of the band there. There we go. Look, as I said, this was released in 1983, but by 1997, it actually reached gold sales status in Australia, here in Australia. That's 35,000 plus. But by 1989 in Canada, it reached 3 times platinum, 3 million plus albums. And in America, it reached by 1997, it reached 4 million. It reached 4 million album sales, so 4 times platinum. And it's probably gone up since, as Motley Crue got more and more successful. Obviously, people who were getting into them would have delved back into their back catalogue, and bought the album. So album sales would have just been going up at a steady stream, especially by 1989, and a bit before, obviously, when Motley Crue really reached the absolute pinnacle of their career. Look, I'm not quite sure if it was this album or the next album, but they toured with Ozzy Osbourne, who was originally the lead singer of Black Sabbath, but then Ozzy went solo. And Motley Crue too with Ozzy, and that tour actually really broke Motley Crue into a a wider audience. And there's a lot of interviews and a lot of articles and stuff like that saying if Motley Crue hadn't have done that tour, who knows what would have happened? Who knows if they would have reached the huge, massive success that they have and that they did. So it's I could probably safely say that Motley Crue really owe a lot of gratitude and debt to Ozzy Osbourne for helping them get noticed, so to speak. Some little individual photos. There's Vince Neil. There's Mick Mars. It's a bit scary, some of the photos. But this was a look. This was the image back then. There's Tommy Lee, drummer, and Nikki Sixx. Yeah, so look, I'd have to say my favourite tracks would be "Shout at the Devil," the actual song "Shout at the Devil," and just out of interest, that the original song "Shout at the Devil" was released on this album, but in 1997 they actually re-released it on. I'm just seeing if I can see the album here. I can't see it. No, they've actually re-recorded it and re-released it on an album called Generation Swine, and the new release is absolutely brilliant. But the original is here, and of course everyone loves the original. Yeah, so "Shout at the Devil," "Looks That Kill," "Too Young to Fall in Love," "Knock 'Em Dead Kid," 10 Seconds to Love, and "Danger." They're all my favourite, and they've just got a good guitar riff to it, just a good, really solid guitar riff, and you can tap your feet to them, and Vince Neil does sound good. He may have his voice may have wavered a bit by now, and it has, but Vince Neil obviously is very young back then, well they all were, so his voice sounds really fresh and clean. It's really good. But look, a lot of people will say that this is Motley Crue's best work. A lot of people have different opinions. Some people might say this is their best album. Some people might say that Dr. Feelgood was their best album when they released that in 1989. Everyone's got their different opinions, but this album especially really started the roller coaster. It was a roller coaster ride for these guys, what they got up to, but I won't go into that. But it showed the progression that they were starting to make. It all started with this, really. This got them really commercial. It really got them noticed commercially. So, look, I've got all of Motley Crue's albums, except but I don't. I'm missing one. That's their latest album they released a few years ago now. So I'll try and find that, because Motley Crue have always been a favourite of mine, and they are an integral part of the hard rock, glam, hairband scene. They started off, 81 or 82 they started off. They said this was released in 83. But look, a solid album, and well, the best was yet to come from these guys, and more album sales, bigger, lots more hits, a lot more controversy, and these guys were renowned for controversy everywhere they went. They get themselves in some kind of trouble. But if you want to read about that, you can read about that on Google, Wikipedia. I won't go into it here because it's it's quite graphic, to say the least, what they got up to. But there we go. They were young, they had money, so there you go. Look, I would give this album. I'll give this album a 9 out of 10. It's a solid album, and it's catchy. It's got great guitar riffs in it. So there's Motley Crue's second album, "Shout at the Devil," released in 1983. So and I've got a few more Motley Crue albums. So yeah, I've got plenty more Motley Crue albums, to say the least. So there we go. So thank you for watching, and thank you for your support, and I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe, and until then, I'll see you with the next album review. Thank you. Bye.